Happy Monday. Okay, it's Monday for me. It may not be Monday for you, but for me, I'm waking up and it's Monday. And I've been awake for a couple hours, but I've been sitting in my bed. I was watching some YouTube, and now I'm down here. It's about 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. I have so much to tell you. Oh my gosh, so much has happened over the weekend. So many things have unfolded. I have so many ideas for this week. I don't even know where to start. Oh goodness. So I'm gonna start with a cup of coffee, then we're gonna sit and I wanna talk to you about my ideas, about the things that happened this weekend. Lots of things. Wow, okay, let me get my coffee. Okay, let me get the coffee. All right, I'm doing this with one hand. This is what you do when you're just a little tiny channel like mine. You do things with one hand. But I'm making my coffee in my Create Everyday mug. This mug, okay? This mug came from Everyday Wayne's channel. He has some merch, and I had to get it because my word this year is create, and it would just lined up like the stars were aligned. So I love my mug. And it'll take a minute for the coffee to heat up here and get going. I'm also really hungry. I'm very hungry this morning. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I can feel the hunger pains in there. All right, so lots going on here. Let's see here. Lots going on here. Valentine's Day cards. I joined a Valentine's Day exchange where you make 10 Valentines, and then this organization sends you 10 addresses of people I don't even know, like strangers, and I'm gonna make them a homemade Valentine card. So I love snail mail stuff. I've been doing it since I was a teenager. I went into Hallmark when I was a teenager and got my first official pen pal from Austria. And ever since, I just, love to write notes and letters to people. It's just the coolest thing ever. And I don't want mail to die. I do not want it to die. In fact, look what I got. Oh, there's Nyla at the door. I got this cute little mail truck at Hobby Lobby this weekend because I love mail. Let me let Nyla in. All right, Nyla. I was reading up on tuxedo cats last night. They're very smart. She's a tuxedo. All right. Let's also check in with Bob. Now, Bob, why is it that every time I grow your hair, you just leave this top area without any? It's crazy. And I've been doing a lot of crock pot stuff, a lot of meat in the crock pot lately because the stove this weekend, the oven, that's why there's no time there. It started beeping, got an error code, and so we need to fix that. That was another thing that happened this weekend. But the good thing is it's gas. So we can just light it and still cook on top of it. So it's not really that inconvenient. The lighting is very harsh this morning. It's coming in strong through the windows there. But we'll have to deal with it, deal with the bright sun, because I'm going to sit here, put this away. All right. I'm so amped up. I was on Pinterest yesterday. And that is always cause for creativity. It just fills me with ideas. And that's why I have so many ideas. But where do I start? How do I rein this into, because I don't script. What do I want to talk about first? Okay, well, let me talk about this. My last video, it addressed some negativity. And I can't believe I actually did that. I really didn't think I was the type of person to, I just want to ignore them, delete them, those comments, and not really, spend too much time with them. But it was one of those comments that kind of stayed in my heart for a few days, and I thought about it. And the more interesting part about it is this comment came from a friend's channel, my friend Brandon on Gen X POV, and he is so kind and he's doing so well on his channel. At one point we were relatively neck and neck, and then all of a sudden he just poof, shot off because he's really good and he's really interesting, and I love his coffee talks. I like to sit in on them, and we have become supporters of one another on this platform, and also friends. And he was recommending my channel to his viewers, and I think what made it more interesting is it was one of his viewers that made the comment. But all that to be said is, oh my gosh, now I have two brothers named Brandon, because he actually put up a video last night calling his viewer out, and I don't even know how to, because I always get physical reactions. I was like, whoa, this is scary. I was scared. I was like, wow, Brandon, you're just putting it all out there. And so I thank him for that, for standing up for me, for standing up actually for what's right, for what's good and what's right. And not a lot of people do that enough these days. So thank you, Brandon, for that. That was the first thing I wanted to address, and just kind of like, okay, it's behind me now. No more of that. I'm never going to make another video about negative comments again. It's done. I will delete them. I will just act like they don't matter, because really they don't. And that's behind me. But there was a silver lining in this negative comment that I got, that I received. What I'm going to call a big time YouTuber. I know I'm a little starstruck, and I know that Tim is very humble, and he's going to be like, I'm just a human, just like you. But Tim Childers left a comment on that video explaining that it happens to him, and he told me to keep going. And I was just like, wow, how did he see my video? As usual, I got something on my glasses. How did he see my video? Did it come up in his homepage? So like, I made my comment back, and he said something to the effect of, he watches my videos. And then I said, wow, you never know who's watching. But Tim's channels, he has a few channels. And I discovered Tim, I think the first channel, I have to write them down because that's too many things for me to remember. But Life in Motion Diaries was the first channel that came to my attention. I had been making content for about 6 months, and his video popped up on a homepage, and I couldn't resist. It was him holding some red shoe, talking about a closet clean out. And I clicked on it, like I'm going to say millions. I don't know how many views it has, but it has a lot of views. And a lot of people clicked on that video. And his channel blew up, and for good cause. He has good content, and I enjoy his content. I enjoy his conversations. And I also followed his, Life in Motion Diaries I'm getting these confused. Life in Motion Diaries is the other channel I follow, but it was the New Retired Me that had the shoe video on it. And it's been so long. I mean, it's been over a year ago. So I'm trying to go back into the archives, So anyway, the New Retired Me is the one commented on my video I put up about the negative comment and how to handle it. And needless to say, I felt very, it was a highlight of my weekend, okay? It was a highlight to see that, because I feel like sometimes when people get a lot of subs and they get a ton of comments and they get really big, I tend to back away, because I'm like, they don't need me. I'm just, nobody. So I have to be honest, I started watching a little less of Tim's content, because I thought, he's got this, man. He's got this. He doesn't need little old me. And you know what I like to do is, I know a lot of other content creators that are very much small time like me, and I have the gift of encouragement. So I like to lift those people up. And that's what I started doing. So those are the things that happened that were big deals to me this weekend. Those two particular creators kind of, one coming to my defense in a big way, and the other one just encouraging me. And Tim, I don't have the mic on the inside of the clothing because I couldn't find a safety pin, and I just had to start filming because that's how I am. When the moment hits, I just put it on and start going. Okay, so all the ideas I'm having this beginning of the week. Okay. I did some things in my art journal because I'm just inspired by people. Another person that inspired me is my friend Jackie Wolven. She has an art channel and she drops art videos every Sunday. So I love to look forward to Sundays to watch Jackie's art videos. And I was watching her video and she was giving a sketchbook tour, and it just inspired me because I love my sketchbooks, but I ignore them more than I should. There's that should word again. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. Never mind. Just talk. It's hard. It's hard to find the right language. I'm aware though. Can you tell I'm aware? I'm aware. I'm aware of the language. Her video inspired me to visit my art journal. So, and then you're going to say, my goodness, how many people do you watch? Because my other real friend in real life, Danielle, she also has a couple channels, an art channel. She's an amazing artist. And I will link all these things in the descriptions of everyone's channels. Because for me to think of the exact names of the channels, I think it's like Draw With Me or something like that. And then she has Mommy Sea Star, which I know she has 2 special needs children. And I've been able to spend a day with her and Amy Rose to get like the tiniest glimmer of what it's like. And anyway, my friend Danielle has a channel. She's Italian. She married my motorcycle man, one of his best friends. So they're real life friends, and she also happens to have a channel. She sent me her grandma's manicotti recipe. So I wrote it in my journal. I cannot wait to try this one day. And on top of that, because I had a video where I was making pasta sauce, and then I asked her, I said, I bet your family, because you're Italian, has some pretty amazing recipes for that. And then she sent me her family's pasta sauce recipe. So I decided to draw a little drawing and write the recipe out in my book here. And then not only that, I'm doing these the Valentine exchange. So I was practicing what I might draw on my Valentines because I love cats. And I just want to do the same one over and over and over again. So it's going to be easy. And then my word this year is create. And so then I drew a picture and I wrote the word create, and it says, I looked up the definition of create. It means bring into existence, produce, do, make, yield. Possibilities are endless with this word, and it's my word for the year. Okay, it's really, you're always excited in the beginning of the year. I found a scripture to go with my favorite word or my word of the year. It's Ephesians 2:10, and it says, for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared before that we might walk in them. Anyway, great verse for the word create. And that's what I did this weekend, a lot of that. And I also made these bugs that I'm going to put in the little library. Let me show you. These are the little bugs that I almost lost my religion on because I used a glue gun. I got them at the dollar store and they didn't come with any glue or any sticky stuff. So I had to get my glue gun out, and I'm putting those in the library in February. I'm going to wait till February. Now I'm going to walk you into my backyard. This is a good sign. You know what this says? What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Emerson. So that's on that door. This is the studio, the old studio that is now, look at that, now belongs to the cat that we rescued. She lives in this room, but she also likes her outside time. So here's Stella. Say hi, Stella. Say good morning. You love your outside time. Funny, this cat is a full breed, if you can't tell, and she just showed up at our house over a year ago. And I couldn't find her owner. I tried really hard. She didn't have a chip in her body. When I took her to the vet, I tried hard. Couldn't find her owner. This is my other idea. So we walk out to and feel my bare feet in the beautiful grass and look at those shadows on the wall. Just stunning. Okay, this block wall, which is very big, also have a video on here of when we lost our block wall. It was actually a wood retainer. Oh my gosh, the birds are just fantastic today. Oh my gosh. Okay. We had a really, really heavy rain, and the wood retainer along with the block retainer with the wood fence fell and mud slid into the street. I have a video on it somewhere where I share about it. I think this wall is relatively ugly. We couldn't pick the block. The city made us pick the 1950s block that was original to the era of the home we live in. And it's ugly. I was on Pinterest last night, and I've had a few ideas. Like, Sly came over, Andrea's dad. He works with, he knows a lot about plants and stuff. And he suggested planting some things that will climb up this fence. And then last week when I was talking about tuna and my grandma's coffee cup, my mom and her friend came by, and her friend Julie was saying you should grow some greenery up on this wall because everyone thinks it's ugly. And I decided, because I'm an artist and my word is create this year, I think I want to paint a mural on it. And I was getting all kinds of ideas on Pinterest last night, like so many ideas I don't even know where to start. And also I have people that I know can help me with this, other artists. So I am looking forward to painting that back fence and making it colorful just like I am. And that's something to look forward to, I think. Okay, I called my mom after I told you about the block wall, and I'm showing you this because we don't want to see that address. Okay. Wait, well, maybe it's not a big deal because it's like a corporation that's doing this exchange. But anyway, I drew a few cats while we talked. I painted one. This is going to be I'm going to do this over and over and over again. And see, this one, I forgot to draw the little outline around it. So they're all going to be very uniquely different, although the same. And I had one more thing to tell you before I'm going to wrap this up. So I'm going to do it right now. Let me switch the camera to face me. I also didn't do one of my little mini films in the beginning of this because I didn't film a lot this weekend, and so I didn't have anything for you. But the other thing I was wanting to work on is I used to be a part of a photo group on a website called Flickr, and it was a place where we could share our photographs. I was really into photography at one point. I always, I'm into something different all the time. But I was really into it. I'm going to say it's been about a decade ago. I can't quite remember. But within that website, they would have private groups that would form, and they had one called like Bench Monday, and on Mondays you would take a picture standing on a bench, or they'd have Fence Fridays and you'd take pictures of fences, and just different creative little groups. And then there was this one group of women that came together, and it was called Now You. And what this group really wanted to encourage us women to do was to turn the camera and face it towards us and take pictures of us, because as mothers, and just mostly as mothers, I'm just going to say, and family people, we often forget to take pictures of ourselves or include ourselves in the photographs. Like so many of my home movies and photographs from when the kids were little, it's all the kids and Rich. And sometimes I would take the camera and take a shot of my feet and I'd be like, yeah, I was there too. But I would forget to turn it on myself and take pictures of myself. So this group encouraged us to take self-portraits, and it's all coming together full circle because this year, me, my cousin, RJ, and my aunt, so 2 mother and daughter pairs, are doing a photo project. And we are going to take 1 prompt per month. We're not going to overwhelm ourselves, and let's hope we can even achieve this. And we have a prompt, and this month it is self-portrait. And we are each going to take a self-portrait of ourselves and just share it with each other. I'm not on social media, so I won't be sharing it on Instagram or Facebook or anything. I will probably share it here. But I last year revisited a couple of my self-portraits from that Now You group, and I redid them 10 years later from what I looked like then to now. I've only done 2, and it's kind of one of those things I get up, oh, like this is such a good idea, and then I like do a couple, and then I'm like, okay, what's next? But I did 2, and I'll show them here so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll do a side by side of what they look like then and what they look like now. And anyway, I'm going to maybe try to take a self-portrait today. And I have an idea. I want to stand on a chair, and I have an idea, and I don't know what to wear, and I don't know how to do my hair, and I don't know if I should get myself all done up and whatever. But today I was thinking of doing a self-portrait to just get that behind me and have that done for the month. And I may film some of the process with you so you could just see what it's like. I use my timer. I probably have to charge my battery camera, and I just push the 10-second timer. You have 10 seconds. I don't have a remote. No, don't have that. That would be very useful if I did, but I don't. I did at one time, but lost it. You know how I am. And so 10-second timer, run to the chair, get on the chair, pose the way I want to pose. And I might show you the way I'm going to do it. It just got in my head. I want to stand on a chair. I don't know where I'm going to position it. I don't have anything too interesting as a backdrop in my home. Now, if that wall was painted in the backyard, that'd be an interesting backdrop, wouldn't it? But I don't have that yet, so I don't know where I'm even going to set up. But I might show you some of that process and then edit this and make more kitty cards, and that'll be my Monday. So hope you're having a good day. Thank you for your encouragement and kind words. I'm not going to finish this off because I'm going to think about showing you the process. So I'll be back. This is how it's going. I found my camera. I knew where that was. The battery is dead. I knew it would be. And guess what? I can't find the battery charger or the extra battery because in my world in which I live in, sure there's a glare as usual, I never know where I put things. Like normally, I used to keep it in this drawer. Does anyone else have a junk drawer? I have to look and see what's going on here. Yeah, usually I most often kept it in the junk drawer, not there. So then I walked over to where the camera bag is. Yeah, I know I keep my cameras in very odd places, but camera bag's in here. It's empty. Found extra filters to the Berkey that I had bought to be prepared. And guess what? When I bought new filters, I forgot I had replacement filters that I've just found here. Also the story of my life. And I even wrote a nice note on there when to replace them and when I put the other ones in. So efficient, but if you don't know where you're putting things, it does no good at all. So I'm in the search for the battery and the battery charger. This will all make all the difference if I do the self-portrait thing. If I cannot find the battery charger, I will not be doing it. So I'm going to keep looking, and I hope I find it. And I just don't understand why I stick things in places that they shouldn't be. Because really, the drawer and the camera case is where it should be. So wish me luck. Okay, I've looked through a lot of drawers already. I've looked through cupboards. I have not conquered this area. Do you want to see what this is like? I love this. This is a library. This is from a library, a school library. And I will open all these and you can see what I have in them. Isn't that going to be fun? And maybe I put the charger in one of these. Oh my gosh, this is literally the story of my life. This also makes me want to clean these out. There's that glue gun that almost killed me yesterday. Look at that Dylan. That's his passport picture. Because he wanted to have a mullet and a mustache. Because he's crazy like that. It's not looking very hopeful. Oh gosh, Lord have mercy. Okay, nope, not in any of these. The other place it might be is in here. I cleaned this out and I've kept it pretty clean since the clean out. I'm very proud of myself. Okay. I feel like this would be someplace I would put chargers. Well, I'll be looking for this in February, so I'm glad I know where that's at. Dang it. I just had another revelation. There was a dresser in my studio that I moved up to RJ's room. Look at, hey Ezekiel. Let's look in the dresser. Let's look in here and see if it's in there. I have a good feeling. Whoops, sorry, that it's in here. Look what I did find. I found the 52 of You Pacific Northwest Meetup, Oregon 2014. This was from the group, the Flickr group I was in. We did a meetup. I did my first solo flight to Oregon, and Tanya gave out these cool books. And look, as usual, I'm all about the food. So I wrote all the food I ate while I was there. Anyway, I wrote quotes from what people were saying, I guess. But, yeah, that's cool. I found that. So, I have disappointed you today, and I have disappointed myself because I can't take pictures without a battery. I will keep looking. I will keep looking. I am so excited to know where I put that charger. Because, oh, man, seriously. Yeah, I spend a lot of my days like this, ripping things apart, looking for things. So I keep looking for this order in my life that I'll have. And that's why last year my word was simplify. And I managed to simplify a lot of things, but I still don't have the gift of order. So I will dance it out and I will see you in the next video. And hopefully I will have the battery charger by then and we can do a little session, a little self-portrait session. I'll let you sit in on it and it should be fun. And wish me luck.